Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for being here. Absolutely appreciate these moments together. And finally beginning to get a little bit rested. Saturday was fun. As you know, we've talked about Right for a Reason for so long, and it was indeed for a good reason. An amazing reason indeed, all helping our public schools out here in Oakland and in Alameda next door, and we did it. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the donations, support, everything. I cannot say it enough. Otherwise, none of this would be possible without you all out there. I appreciate it. And of course, Sarah and Nathan, I appreciate the bike ride as well. Thank you so much to everybody that really played their part. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And yes, Right for a Reason met its goal, as we also did here for personal goals. And of course, I just call it the story time goal that we had. 5,000, and we raised close to 7,000 with 6,800. That is so much to contribute. And thank you to every one of you. I'm just buzzing this whole weekend. I've been excited, couldn't wait to share. And of course, as you saw some of those pictures at the end of the line, it was just amazing to be out. Please check out our Instagram page to see some of the things out there a little bit more. But today we're reading My Friend Earth. Yes, we know that Earth Day came and went on April 22nd, but this week we're going to be reading books that celebrate the earth, that remind us of this wonderful planet that we have and how delicate it is too, as it takes care of us. What can we do to take care of our earth? So thank you so much for joining in. I'm glad you're here, and I can finally update my Right for a Reason t-shirt. Thank you for being here, everybody. Let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. This has been a lovely week indeed. Thank you to everybody. I'm just excited to be here. And if you know me, you know I don't sit still too long. And I went out yesterday and played some soccer, and so my legs are definitely telling me to slow down today. Thank you so much for being here. Let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy this wonderful story. Absolutely appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you, Chrissy. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, joining us from warm Vermont. We're watching and eating our snack on our deck. Oh my goodness, that sounds so lovely. Still wearing our coats though. Oh, thank you so much for joining in. That sounds lovely indeed. Yes, I hope that it keeps getting warmer and warmer, and so you can enjoy it out there. Yes, this planet can provide us a lot, can it? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that. Good morning to you, and love it. Story time and a snack. the best way to go. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you, Chrissy, and of course, Bowden. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you, Amanda West. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan out in cloudy and wet Illinois. We hope you were able to get some rest after a successful and busy weekend. Did get some rest definitely in the nighttime. Played soccer yesterday, so that did not help much, but it was fun to be out. I enjoyed it. And really just seeing, you did the ride. I know the kids did the ride, and just messages from everybody were so encouraging. It just kept me going. Even when it got tough at times, it's just like, no, I am going to see this through. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely love it. Good morning to you one more time out in cloudy and wet Illinois. Amanda, West, Sarah, and Nathan. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you, Oscar Mwanagulanga. How are you doing out in Katete, Zambia? Thank you so much for joining us. Good to see you here, my brother. I saw your message, Oscar. I will be in touch for sure. Thank you for joining in Story Time today. And congratulations to your Gunners. Thank you so much for being here. Good to have you here on Story Time. And please give my love to the family. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh, my goodness, Pamela, Courtney. Yes, I have never, I think for a long time now, I've not thought of going to get a massage, but I am thinking about it today. I've definitely been thinking about it. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Yes, it was a lovely event indeed. And like I said, too, without each one of you out there, this was not possible. The money that we raised was not possible. Just the energy that you all brought to it and in supporting this. I appreciate that. I cannot say that enough. Thank you. Good morning to you, Braylon and Chad out in Natchitoches, Louisiana. It's 73 degrees. Oh my goodness. You're way warmer than we are on this side. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you enjoy that lovely, lovely weather indeed. Thank you so much for being here. But is it humid out there though, Pamela? Thank you so much for joining in. All right, so we're going to be getting started with our story for today. Of course, still enjoying, still celebrating, still feeling the joy from Right for a Reason, and indeed how this community came together to raise that much money and indeed to help our public schools out here in Oakland and of course in Alameda. Thank you, and I'll be keeping you posted as to how much each school is going to get and when that money is divvied up. But amazing job. Thank you to you, everyone. But also, the earth needs us. And she takes care of us. What can we do to take care of the earth? So you will see amazing books this week. I've not gotten around to updating what books are coming up, but that will happen today. The weekend just flew right by. Saturday was gone. Sunday was a mix. So definitely today everything will be going up, and you should see updated upcoming reads. Thank you for your patience. My Friend Earth. This one is written by Patricia MacLachlan and illustrated by Francesca Sanna. So we'll be getting started with this one on the other side of this short break. But of course, we see you, Marietta. How are you doing as well from sunny Massachusetts? Looking forward to meeting up this Saturday. Yes, indeed. Yes, it is coming up. That came so fast, but absolutely looking forward to that. Thank you for joining in. And Pamela says hi to you, Marietta. Good morning. Yes, indeed. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely loving it. Good morning to you one more time. All right, let's join on the other side of this and enjoy this lovely book that we have together. All right, here we go.
Hey, this is Timothy Goodspeed of the Soapbox Salute. I'm the one who wrote Storytime's theme song. If you'd like to hear more of my protest folk music, you can check out the links below on Instagram or at my website. You are watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
All right, welcome back. Yes, the Saturday, the Monday after Right for a Reason. I enjoyed it so much. And I think the one thing missing too was just us seeing some of those faces here that we have in this community. I wish you'd been there at the end. I think that would have made it even more special. But it was a lovely event indeed. All right. I just love the illustrations in this one. My Friend Earth. This one from Patricia MacLachlan and Francesca Sanna. And we're reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. My Friend Earth. Written by Patricia MacLachlan, illustrated by Francesca Sanna, read with permission and published by Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And of course, this one coming back to story time after a while. Who's that? My friend Earth wakes from a winter nap. Time to wake up. And that's the thing too, it has all these cool pages, this book. You can see even here, I don't know if you can see that, there's some special cuttings as well, like that. My friend Earth wakes from a winter nap. She hears the busy spring sounds, the farmer's hoe tiptoeing in the garden, the calls of the crows. What do you hear in your neighborhood? Bolder and Chrissy, since you're sitting on your deck, what sounds are out there? She hears the busy spring sounds, the farmer's hoe tiptoeing, tapping in the garden, the calls of the crows. She sees the silent seed, the spider spinning silver, the robin and the wrens. Do you see any of that in your neighborhood, in your space? She sees the silent seed, the spider spinning silver, the robin and the wrens. And the lodge, the long-winged albatross crossing the sea, the mole tunneling in the underdark. She guides the chimpanzee to her night nest. And the zebra baby to find his mother in the hundreds of black and white striped mothers. Yes. She tends the prairie where sand-dappled wild horses run through grasses that swish against their legs. Have you visited a place like that? She tends the prairie where sand-dappled wild horses run through grasses that swish against their legs. The tundra where the reindeer graze for moss. And the glistening ice where the young polar bear puds on mittened feet. So much that Mother Earth tends to. She guards all the creatures in the oceans, the black manta rays, sleek like shadows, the shining parrotfish, the tiny krill who swim with millions of other krill to look big, and the whales who are big. Oh, love. My friend Earth pours the summer rain to fill streams, flowing down mountains, through the fields, to the rivers, to the sea. Oh, yes. My friend Earth pours the summer rain to fill streams, flowing down mountains, through the fields, to the rivers, to the sea. Sometimes she pours too much rain, flooding towns and meadows and roads until she dries the land. Sometimes she blows fierce autumn winds, sweeping the limbs of trees and shingles from the roofs of barns. Until she steals the wind, so red and orange and yellow leaves float to the ground. Until she stills the wind, so red and orange and yellow leaves float to the ground. When cold comes again, my friend Earth sprinkles the snow, whisper silent, covering the dens where the baby black bears are born in soft darkness, drifting over the icy pond where the turtle sleeps in mud, setting into the emptiness of birds. When cold comes again, my friend Earth sprinkles the snow, whisper silent, covering the dens where the baby black bears are born in soft darkness, drifting over the icy pond where the turtle sleeps in mud, settling into the empty nest of birds. Under the white, the silent seed is cradled in the dark soil, watching, waiting, to fly up again in the warm bright of spring. Look at that little seed. Yes, waiting to fly up again in the warm bright sun of spring. And that is the end. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Always appreciate you indeed. And I hope you enjoyed that wonderful story. Coming back to Story Time after a while, but this one is a good one. And it is indeed My Friend Earth, coming to you from Patricia MacLachlan and illustrations by Francesca Sanna. A celebration of this wonderful planet that we have and ways that we can take care of it. Let's think, as much as it tends to us, what can we do to help our planet as well? Thank you so much for joining in today. And as you know, this week we're going to be reading stories that remind us of how beautiful this planet is, but also how delicate it is, and we need to play our part. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. And if you have other book recommendations that would help us with this topic, please do share them, and we'll try and highlight them here as well. Maybe not read them this week, but at least talk about them so people know what they are, which ones they are, and maybe they can add them to their libraries as well. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime with me today. Absolutely appreciate you. My Friend Earth, coming to you from Chronicle Books of San Francisco, written by Patricia MacLachlan and illustrations by Francesca Sanna. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are not done. Storytime is back tomorrow with another exciting story, and this time we'll be following through Mother Monarch. Join us tomorrow and read this one with us, coming to you from She for Kids, and it is written by Mindy Lighthype. So join us for this one tomorrow and get to enjoy, read, learn about monarch butterflies. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Absolutely appreciate you. As we know, we share this planet with many creatures, many others, unseen and seen. And just remember, too, that we have a role to play. So let's make sure that we are doing just that. Advocate for the earth. And things like climate change and everything else that is happening. We've seen the kind of weather, how just up and down it's been. What can we do? What can we do indeed? Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. And loving that. I hope that, you continue to enjoy those beautiful sounds, wind sounds out there. Very windy out there. Hopefully where you are is nicely sheltered and you can just listen to those sounds. Thank you so much for joining in. Chrissy and Bowden out in Vermont. Thank you so much. Enjoy your lovely day out there. Yes, indeed, Marietta. Hi, friends. And of course, hi to you, Pamela Courtney, coming to you from Marietta. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely love it. And you say, we love everything about this book, the illustrations, the active visual language. It has started to rain, showering down on our newly planted garden. Oh my goodness. Sounds perfect out there. Thank you so much for joining in. Enjoy that 73-degree weather. And of course, out here in Oakland, we're looking to be around there as well. But right now, it is still 50. So going to enjoy that, going to enjoy the cooler weather for now. And later as it warms up, begin to take off those layers. Thank you so much for joining in on Story Time today. But please be reminded too that, it has just been wonderful. Like the support that we've gotten to finally be able to do this. We raised, and I say we because this community did this. We raised 6,805 and still counting because some donations are still coming in. There are checks that are coming through the mail and so many other things. And just to think of what a difference this money will make, for field trips, art programs, and many different things in our schools here in Oakland and of course in Alameda. It is highly appreciated. Thank you so much. And of course, Ride for a Reason themselves, we're right now at 183,000. And that's just, it's just amazing, humbling. And this community, we are top of the pile right now. That's how much hard work we've put in. And of course, did the ride too, which was exciting. As you can see from my face at the end of the race, at the end of the ride there, it was just, I was filled with joy. I wish I could have seen you all, but I had you in mind. I had you in my heart as I got to the end. Thank you everybody for joining in Storytime. This has been Storytime for today. Excited, even as tired as I feel, I am ready to face this day, partly because this community just keeps pushing me forward. And indeed, I love it. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you have a wonderful day wherever you are today. Thank you. Indeed, Pamela Courtney. Thank you so much to everybody that joined in Storytime. Please remember that tomorrow we are back with another exciting story, and we will be reading Mother Monarch, coming to you from She for Kids. So join in tomorrow and enjoy this wonderful book. If you have any fun facts about monarchs, please bring them along, and we'll be sharing them right here on Storytime together so we can learn from each other indeed. And remember to take care of this earth and do our part. Make sure that, things like butterflies have a space as well. And of course, the different paths that they take are clear without any, obstructions or any pollution and things like that. So thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Hugs, the tightest hugs this week. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you again in the morning for more Storytime. Yes, God willing, we're back here 7 a.m. Pacific time. And of course, you can catch the recording at 11 a.m. Pacific time and enjoy some more. But you can always catch the archives. They're there for you. So please do go and find us on the archives on our Facebook as well as YouTube. And you can also follow every bit of information that we're putting out on Instagram. So please do enjoy. And indeed, of course, find these books at your local library. If you need off-screen time, libraries are there for you. Use them. I hope that in your area you have a good library near you, and indeed so you can find them where you find books if you're able. But thank you so much for joining in. Updated t-shirt for Ride for a Reason. It has been such a blast this year. Thank you so much, everybody. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. And I wish you the very best today. A wonderful day indeed, full of laughs, full of joy. And see you again tomorrow for more story time. Much love from me. Bye-bye.
Stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.